Good morning, Scallywags. I'm Spoo.
And I'm Danny.
And I'm El Chapo. Welcome to the show.
Hey, we're back outside. Hey, it's really hot out here.
It's very, very warm today. Yes.
Oh. But we wanted to bring El Chapo back in because we love his ranting skills, and as you all know, Friday's kind of our ranting day, and man, it's humid enough that my sunglasses are fogging up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. But today we're going to be ranting a little bit about. We like to talk about movies, and we're going to be talking about some movie cliches that just don't make any sense.
Yeah. Things that just are out there that are redundant. They keep happening. And
Every single time.
It doesn't matter.
Ad infinitum.
Yep, over and over again. So
for example, we like to talk about the horror movies. Hey, imagine that. Friday the 13th, perfect example.
Yeah.
How many times do multiple murders have to happen at Crystal Lake before they just either A, tear the place down, or, I don't know, stop going there?
Cleanse it with fire.
yes, cleanse it with fire.
I say, for me, it would take once. Just group of people get killed in a camp. No, you're not paying me to set foot there ever.
I mean,
At least in the first movie, it was Pamela Voorhees. It wasn't Jason, and she dies in the end. So you could say, okay, maybe it's haunted. I could see going there for that or something. But as soon as mutant freak boy that drowned in a lake comes back and dons a hockey mask and starts killing people left and right, no, that doesn't sound like a fun weekend.
No, that doesn't even sound remotely fun. I mean, I understand.
Build a wall around it.
Yeah,
Yes.
tear it down, bulldoze it,
wall.
build condos or something.
El
Drain the lake.
Chapo, build a wall.
Yes, El Chapo will build the wall.
Build a wall.
In horror movies in general, of course, there's all your classic tropes like always running upstairs or opening that door that you shouldn't open. But like the ones that bug me are like, say the Scream movies, for example. You get a creepy phone call. I'm gonna come kill you. God forbid I don't know, call the cops.
Leave your house.
Or even when they do call the cops tend to just not believe them. Oh, those pesky teenagers at it again.
Yeah.
They're pranks.
Whippersnappers in their party line.
Yeah.
And one that has always bugged the crap out of me, and there's a lot of horror films that do this. People that don't move out of the damn house.
Yeah. Oh.
No. Yeah.
Like
right?
you've just bought a house. You're going downstairs for breakfast. All the kitchen furniture is stacked on top of itself on the table. The words "get out" are spelled out in blood on the wall.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, what do they do? Oh no, here we gotta call in psychics and midgets and priests. Oh my! And instead of just calling up the bank and said, you know what?
You can have
Change my mind.
You did not tell me this house was built on top of a cemetery. I'm moving out. Screw your mortgage payment.
There you go.
But it's not just horror movies. It's all movies. All movies have their cliches. And romantic comedy is a big one for me because
Get me started.
the whole romantic comedy formula, and it is a formula because they're all the same. You have boy meets girl. One of them has a big secret.
Yeah.
They give it a go, end up falling in love with each other for real. Then the secret comes out. Now here's the part that bothers me. When the big secret comes out and they decide they're going to break up now, someone, usually the one who found out the secret, decides they're going to move
Across the country.
Or go back home to another country.
I'm going to give up my job, I'm going to give up my friends, I'm going to give up my life, and I'm going to just move because I broke up with a girl that I've been dating for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Because love.
Yeah, because love.
Now, horror movies are, of course, the worst. Sorry, I got to scroll down here. We've got our notes down here. But they are the worst. And Danny, when we were talking about this earlier, you mentioned like the zombie movies, and
okay,
there's
the biggest
so many
thing,
there.
there's so many there with the zombies. One, zombies typically are slow-moving creatures. Yeah. Why do you bust out sprinting away from a zombie? A casual stroll keeps you in front of them. You can take a break, have a breather, take a cup of water, and you're still going to be yards in front of the zombies. Why exhaust yourself? Or, better yet, why do you always go into the creepy old farmhouse? And it doesn't matter that it's zombies. It could be in any horror genre. Why go into the creepy... I've got a 6-lane highway speeding away over here, but that creepy-looking farmhouse is where I'm going to go.
Yeah, and if you're traveling, if it's a road trip movie, and you're going anywhere, highways are built to get you from A to B in a quick fashion.
Yeah.
If you heard of some shortcut from your buddy that went to some place before that's going to take you through, some little podunk town out in the middle of nowhere, and it's not even on the map,
why go?
Stay on the highway.
Yeah. Shortcuts became irrelevant in like the mid 1970s.
Yeah. They
What's
really
the
did.
transcontinental highway system? No such thing as shortcuts.
No.
Yeah, shortcuts equal death.
Yeah.
In a horrible fashion.
Many movies about this.
But when the bad guy starts chasing, this is more of an action movie thing, but why is it nobody knows how to run any direction but straight? Oh, this thing is going to fall on me, but it's only 7 feet wide. I hope I can run far enough straight ahead to get out of its path of falling instead of just,
Stepping 2 steps to the side.
sidestepping to the left.
Yeah.
And not getting crushed to death. But yeah. See what else we got here? We got of course we mentioned the somebody has a secret in your romantic comedies, and it is always a stupid secret. I mean, why? Like once you start to realize that you're falling in love with each other, that's the point in time when you're like, look, I need to tell you this.
Yeah.
And you might get mad. I apologize. I want you to know that my feelings are real now. What I'm not with you for this. Somebody bet me that you wouldn't end up falling for me, and I never expected that I'd fall in love with you. But hey, you know what? I have, and I'm being open with you. And let's communicate. Let's talk this out. Let's work it out. Instead of just like, oh yeah, by the way, I bet him that you wouldn't fall for him. So joke's on you.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna move across the country.
Yeah.
And of course, in any rom-com, of course, the douchebag's always gonna be the girl.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be the nerdy friend who's obviously just a match made in absolute heaven for the girl, and he's gonna get his hopes and dreams and his heart just crushed because she's gonna fall in love with the jock, the douchebag, the whatever. But in the end, he's gonna totally accept it.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine with the fact that, let me take my heart out, put it on that silver platter for you.
I'm happy that you're happy.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not.
And then, of course,
like
2 weeks later, when the douchebag ends up dumping her, of course, heartbroken guy, she's gonna go running to him because he's the best friend, and she's gonna be like, I should have been with you all along. Didn't work out with him, so I'll give you a chance now.
And like an idiot, he takes her back.
Yes.
Instead of just kicking her to the curb, saying, no, you had your chance, but no.
Mm-hmm.
You.
And speaking along those type of why are they always played by people in their 30s?
Yeah, teenagers, and they're like 32.
Why?
We're in high school.
Okay, high school
nude
build.
scenes.
Well, I understand that there's some logistics behind it, but come on, seriously. Teenagers are teenagers for a reason. Let them play their parts.
That was bigger in like the 80s and the 90s and stuff, especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of it has to do with like under the age of 18 is only allowed to work, a lot
SAG
less.
rules.
Yeah, SAG rules, things like that. They're allowed a lot less working hours, things like that. But still, you're not fooling in. I mean, good lord.
I'm 27 years old. Let me play a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
No. Sometimes there's not enough makeup in the world.
No. Hey, what else is there? I mean, you've got of course action movies. You've always got to have the villain that never shuts up. He's like, let me give you all of this exposition. I'm going to tell you my entire dastardly plan. Well, I've got this gun to your head, and I'm going to hold it here long enough for you to escape, or for that person that supposedly died half an hour ago in some building explosion or whatever. No, if it happened off screen, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
They are going to come back.
What's the cardinal rule in comic books? If you didn't see the character die,
they're not
dead.
Yeah. They're going to come back at an important moment, and they're going to save the day. And while this guy is sitting here monologuing instead of pulling a trigger.
Because there's no reason to tell the hero the plan, because the hero is about to die. Now, if you're a spiritual person and you believe in an afterlife, and the hero, because they did good things, are going to go to heaven, what good does it do them to know the plan? They can't go to God and say, God, there's this plan. Now, of course, as soon as I've said that, now it's out on the internet, somebody at some point in time is going to make a movie where the hero hears the bad guy's plan, and the bad guy kills him, he goes to heaven, and God sends him back to stop the plan.
It's called The Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically The Crow. Yeah.
Yeah. Or there was a series of Punisher comics where the angels sent the Punisher back, but it's...
Or it happened with Lobo, too.
Yeah,
well, that was more that heaven didn't want him, hell didn't want him, so they sent him back as a squirrel, and then he destroyed half of Chicago. That's a whole other...
That's
a whole other episode.
Yeah, Spawn. If you're making a movie about fast cars, don't put a plot.
No.
Nobody cares
we don't
about
need
a plot.
one.
We want to see the cars and the hot chicks.
Who's the person, show me one person that has gone to see a Fast and Furious movie and been like, man, that one scene was so touching and so deep, and just the dialogue and direction, it was so meaningful and show cars, show explosions, show
the beer bottle
scantily
scene
clad.
in the original Fast and Furious.
Yeah. I mean, those are typical. No one wants to know about the plot about that.
No.
Speaking about that, endless reboots.
Oh God, reboots has always been a huge thing.
How many times has SpiderMan been rebooted in the past 15 years? Really?
And along that tangent, if it's the third reboot, why do we need an origin story?
We know
why?
it.
We know it.
We know it.
Your core audience in those kind of movies know the origin story anyway.
Yeah, we know.
I almost slipped
only
up
reboot- the only
there. I
reboot-
almost slipped up there. I almost didn't keep it PG.
Oh, man, we're getting heated.
You need it here.
Yeah. You always got to have a sidekick friend character that's dumber than the main character to make the main character look
which is
more
in the
noble.
new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, in the new Spider-Man movie, you always got to have that. You've got to have your comic relief. You've got to have, and we mentioned that before. You've got to have the comic relief. You've got to have a love interest for reasons that it's not necessary. Just make a good movie. That's all we ask.
Yeah.
Let's go one more. Like, what's one that's really, really bugging you?
Cool explosions and cool guys walking away from them.
That's not how physics works.
That's not how physics works.
Yeah.
But if you do anything in movie in slow motion, it automatically looks cooler.
So here's a little tidbit for you. A lot of that is pyro and gasoline to make those huge explosions. If that was an actual explosion, that guy would be laying on his face yards away from where he started walking.
Probably filled with shrapnel.
And his bones would be jellified.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's...
Jeppa, what's bugging you? What's a big one for you?
Oh, God. I have a degree in computer information technology.
I know where you're going with it.
I'm not Bill Gates or Steve Jobs by any stretch of the imagination, but I know enough about computers to make me dangerous. Hacking in movies. Hacking, the way it works on a computer is a long, tedious, drawn-out process.
Lots of code.
Several hours of basically you're like go through somebody's garbage. You're pulling out sheets of paper. That's why businesses shred. You're looking through. You're doing everything. You're not sitting at a computer typing in 3 lines of code, and then boom, you suddenly have access to everybody's mortgage records at Nationwide.
Yeah.
No.
Not how it works.
It's just.
And 2 people typing on the same keyboard on different sides of it does not speed up the process.
Yeah, in CIS, I'm looking at you people.
Number one, it doesn't work that way.
I love you, Abby. I love you, but no.
Dress professionally. You work on a military installation.
You dress however you want. You're beautiful. I love you.
Yeah.
My big thing. At what point in time did comedy movies become dick and fart jokes?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's it.
Early 90s.
Early 90s, mid 90s.
Ghostbusters. I'm gonna go there. I'm going.
Yeah.
The original Ghostbusters, even Ghostbusters 2.
Yes.
They are instant classics.
Yeah.
They were smart comedies.
Yeah.
Smart comedies. It wasn't just poop jokes or sex jokes or, oh look, it's Chris Hemsworth and he's really dumb. you don't. That was my problem with the reboot of Ghostbusters. It wasn't that it was all women. Had the original Ghostbusters never existed, I probably would have really liked the movie.
Yeah.
It did have the first half of the movie I didn't really care for all that much because it was Dick and Fart jokes.
Yeah.
The last half of the movie was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the movie was entertaining. And it was funny by today's standards. But it's unfortunate that the only kind of good, smart comedies that come out anymore are like independent films that nobody ever really sees.
Yeah, like limited release.
Yeah. And also, speaking of Ghostbusters and the Ghostbusters reboot, go on Wikipedia, look up Ghostbusters Extreme. Okay, that should have been the reboot. Should have been the sequel.
Yes.
It's an established.
Overuse of slow motion. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, we already mentioned that.
We did.
Yeah. Anything you do in slow motion is automatically.
It looks cooler.
See, I'm gonna, especially
The Wonder Woman
walking.
movie.
Especially walking. See, watch this. Watch this. You guys come back here. Come back here for a second. We're gonna show you something. And assuming that we're all still in frame here.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to just walk between here and the chairs. Okay. Okay. Let's go back.
Reverse.
Now watch. See how much cooler that looks in slow motion? It's cooler. It's cooler because it's in slow motion. But hey, let's wrap things up here. What kind of movie cliches bother you guys? What have we missed? What have we could have gone for an hour and a half.
We could have talked
easily
for hours on this.
And there's so many more. And we'll probably we're actually already thinking about next week doing a video game cliche rant. So don't bother that. Save those comments for next week. But let us know some movie cliches that you hate. Put those down in the comments below.
You can also put us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram if you want to hit us up there. Like, share, subscribe. It's about that time.
It's been fun having you here this week.
Yeah, it's fun being here again.
And I'm sure we'll have you here a few more times. I think we've really enjoyed this. So I mean, it's not going to be a trio all the time, but from time to time we are going to have El Chapo on here. And hey, who knows? If you guys are give us a good reason, and we might bring you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
definitely.
Mm-hmm. It's always in the realm of possibility. But thank you guys for sticking around with us this week again. Week number 4 in the bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hey, that's about a month's worth of the show. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited.
I am too. Yeah. Month of shows.
I mean,
That's
we're 20 episodes
20 episodes in.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah,
that's a lot.
It seems like it's been like a week or
Just
two.
a week or two.
It's very weird.
Yeah. You know what time it is then?
And now, your Russian clip of the day.